Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Over the past few days, we've seen a few interesting things happen in the world of Call of Duty. We've had some pretty severe issues spark up and then also be addressed rather quickly. Luckily, we've seen a few new announcements for Season 4 Reloaded as well, and seemingly a few behind the scenes updates go out. Plus, we've got some other things to look out for in the coming few days too. So first up here, want to start with a few interesting updates to the Trello. Now, in game, we really haven't seen many updates go out as of late. There really haven't been too many patch notes or anything drop in this first half of the season, which is disappointing to see considering how problematic large portions of the game have been. But you may recall we did see a little global update go out a few days ago that was just listed on the Black Ops 6 multiplayer patch notes page that we covered. But since then, we did see a few other changes on the Trello to fully fix these things. Typically, once something is fully shifted over into the resolved issues tab here on the Trello, we know it should be completely updated. Sometimes the patch notes say, hey, we fixed this or we fixed that, and then we load into the game and it's like, oh, no, you didn't actually fix that or this. But now that these things have been moved over to the Trello, visual effects from random different weapons and reactive blueprints appearing on your screen, even if you don't have the blueprint, you don't own it, someone in your game has it, might show up on your screen, really annoying. That should now be fully fixed. And then also issues where you couldn't actually view the after action report if you're trying to look at the stats and whatnot of a match. That should be fully fixed now according to the Trello. Beyond that, we really haven't seen too many changes here, which also pretty unfortunate. Now, yesterday afternoon was pretty eventful for COD because everything broke. Absolutely everything. I'm not even like exaggerating. All of Call of Duty went down for a little bit. The servers just completely went offline for Warzone, Black Ops 6, Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, I'm pretty sure. I think even Black Ops 4 went offline somehow. Basically, anything that was connected to the COD HQ broke, and then even other COD stuff broke. COD Updates did initially put out a tweet saying, hey, we're investigating an issue that is preventing players from connecting to the Call of Duty services. Luckily, this outage didn't last long, but they didn't ever explain what exactly happened. So they followed up saying Warzone Black Ops 6 updates now out. Services are now stabilizing, and we will continue to monitor as players begin to reconnect. Didn't give a reason though. This could have just been a completely random outage. Hopefully, you know, some hopeful thinking. This was something that they were adjusting in the back end. Maybe they were making some adjustments to the anti-cheat, to the servers themselves, and maybe it's something we'll learn about here as we get closer to Season 4 Reloaded. Probably isn't the case, but there's an off chance that was something that was going on and it just sort of shut down the servers for a brief little bit while they updated it, because that's just kind of the nature of the COD HQ. You change one thing and everything breaks a lot of the time. It could have just been a completely random outage. Nonetheless, if you saw that there were server issues yesterday, you were getting errors when logging on, this should now be fully stabilized and fully fixed. And by the way, as we are going through all the updates, fixes, other things that the COD devs have revealed as of late, if you guys are new to the channel, you want to make sure that each and every day you are in the know for all things going on in COD. No better place than right here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you guys enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. Now, another thing happening this week is Call of Duty Champs. They really haven't marketed it all that much, which is kind of strange, but nonetheless, with this being the final major CDL event of the year, there are some new CDL rewards you can go through and earn simply by watching the streams on the Call of Duty League YouTube channel from the 26th to the 29th. If you connect your YouTube account to your Activision account, you just watch for the allotted amount of time, you'll get some free rewards. So every single day has its own unique rewards. On Thursday, the 26th here, for watching for an hour, you get a new calling card, hour and a half, some double XP, 2 hours, a new weapon sticker, 2.5 hours, some double weapon XP, 3 hours, you get the perfect timing. Is that a Shadera reference there? Just saying. Seems oddly coincidental. Anyways, we also have our Friday the 27th rewards here. Hour calling card, hour and a half, double XP, 2 hours, new weapon sticker, 2.5 hours, double weapon XP, 3 hours, you get this serving up some W's animated emblem. Saturday the 28th, you get a beaver emblem at 1 hour, hour and a half, double XP, 2 hours calling card, 2.5 hours, double weapon XP, 3 hours, the corner camper animated calling card. And then Sunday, Championship Sunday, this is really where the main rewards come. The first up here, 30 minutes, you get a new emblem, 45, a new calling card, an hour, you get the O charm, which is like the CDL with the maple leaf on there. Hour and a half, you get double XP and double weapon XP, and then 2 hours, you get the Aurora Sky blueprint. Yet another Ames blueprint is on the way. But obviously, this is all super limited rewards. You can only get these on their specific day for the allotted time. If you don't watch, you know, on those days for that time, you'll never have a chance to get these. You can stockpile some nice double weapon XP, obviously, for some new weapons on the horizon, or if you want some of these cosmetic rewards or the ultimate blueprint here, definitely make sure to take advantage of that. Plan your schedule accordingly. And then things get a little bit weird and a little bit ironic, because Call of Duty did start to preview Season 4 Reloaded earlier on this week. Wasn't really anything too major enough to cover in its own individual video here. All they did was completely out of the blue say Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead are coming to Call of Duty Season 4 Reloaded. And we get this little preview here that shows off Beavis and Butthead as operators, right? We also, though, get a look at a new map update presumably coming with Season 4, and that is a cel-shaded version of Rebirth. We've sort of had the cel-shaded stuff in COD for a bit now. We saw this a handful of times back in MW3, and some of those maps were honestly pretty cool, but it does seem like a whole cel-shaded LTM is coming for Rebirth specifically. So if you're into this art style, we'll get more details on presumably this LTM once Season 4 Reloaded is fully revealed. And then here's where some irony comes into play. Charlie Intel and COD Warfare Forum end up reporting here saying there's a new image of Beavis and Butthead for Season 4 shown on the Xbox PC app. We get a look at their operator skins. Yes, there is toilet paper as a suppressor, it seems like, on this Ames blueprint. I'm pretty sure that is. But with this, just gonna throw it out there, in some weird reality now where skins and cosmetics in this game have been a very hot topic for their flashiness, how ridiculous some of them are. I mean, Beavis and Butthead is in and of itself is kind of crazy, kind of out there. I don't know why they're in Call of Duty, but they have like some of the most milsim based skins we've seen in the game so far. I don't know how this came to fruition, but Beavis and Butthead now have more milsim like skins than the vast majority of characters in the base game somehow. So that's Call of Duty these days, it would seem. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if they're sort of tethered to some kind of premium event. If you've been keeping track, every single Reloaded update that we've seen so far for Black Ops 6 this year has had that premium event where there's a free track and then there's a paid track. It's like a mini battle pass in and of itself. Because they're marketing Beavis and Butthead so early, I could see that being the case. Obviously, full reveal for Season 4 Reloaded will give us more info. For what it's worth, if it wasn't obvious at this point as well, it does seem like Season 4 Reloaded is being fully pushed back until July 3rd. We kind of assumed that was going to be the case when we didn't start to see more marketing for it earlier on this week. Originally, it seemed like it was going to be the 26th, according to all the blogs and all the posts there. But then, as we saw the immediate extension of Season 4 right as the season dropped and then events got delayed, it seems like Season 4 Reloaded was also delayed a bit there. So full update should be dropping next week. We should get some official details on it through a blog, through some actual posts and previews from Call of Duty themselves, detailing any surprises, like more skins potentially, different LTMs, game modes, new content coming across the board, and of course the patch notes early next week as well, presumably. You guys know already, I'll be covering all that stuff right as it happens, as we get the reveals, as the updates going out. So if you want to make sure you are up to date with all of that alongside everything else going on in COD, this is the place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.